Most studio monitors sound amazing in stores, then completely destroy your mixes in a small bedroom setup. Today, we're fixing that. Welcome back to the channel, where we test the best studio monitors for small rooms that actually sound balanced, clear, and worth your money. Stick around, compare smart options, and if one fits your setup, check the links below. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. PreSonus Eris E4.5 two-way 4.5. Sound engineers lose more mixes to bad room acoustics than bad talent, and that's exactly why the PreSonus Eris E4.5 two-way 4.5 inches near-field studio monitor, PAIR, keeps showing up in compact home studios where every inch matters. Tiny room. Boomy bass. Harsh highs. That's the cycle most beginners face when searching for the best studio monitors for small rooms. A lot of speakers either overpower the space or hide details that matter during mixing. The Eris E4.5 takes a calmer approach. First impression? Surprisingly balanced. The 4.5-inch woven composite drivers deliver low-end warmth without turning your bedroom into a vibrating mess. Vocals sit forward naturally. Podcasts sound clean. Even late-night editing sessions feel less fatiguing because the highs stay controlled instead of sharp and brittle. Now here's where these near-field studio monitors become practical. Front-facing headphone output. Simple tuning controls. Compact footprint. Those details matter more than flashy specs when your desk already feels crowded with interfaces, keyboards, and cables. This setup feels designed for real creators, not showroom displays. Compared with the MkII R4X, the Eris E4.5 sounds more refined in the mid-range, especially for dialogue editing and acoustic music. The MkIIs hit harder out of the box, but the PreSonus PAIR feels more accurate over long sessions. Still, they are not perfect. Deep sub-bass lovers may want extra low-end support. And in larger rooms, these can feel slightly restrained at higher volumes. But for bedroom producers, YouTubers, students, and first-time mixers searching for reliable studio speakers without turning their room into an audio disaster, the Eris E4.5 quietly solves problems before you even notice them. Edifier R1280T powered bookshelf. The first thing most people notice when upgrading their audio isn't better bass. It's the silence between sounds. Suddenly, vocals breathe. Tiny background instruments appear. And cheap speakers start feeling impossible to tolerate again. That's exactly the strange magic behind the Edifier R1280T powered bookshelf speakers. Small room creators know the struggle. You want studio monitors that sound clean without turning your bedroom into a vibrating mess. Many compact speakers either sound too sharp, too muddy, or demand expensive audio gear just to function properly. The Edifier R1280T avoids that headache with a surprisingly balanced approach. First, the wooden enclosure matters more than people expect. It softens harsh resonance and gives music a warmer, fuller character. Whether you're editing podcasts, mixing casual tracks, gaming, or simply relaxing with jazz late at night, these powered bookshelf speakers create a calm, room-friendly listening experience. Then comes the practicality. No complicated setup. No amplifier required. Just plug them in and start listening. That simplicity makes them attractive for beginners searching for the best studio monitors for small rooms without spending weeks researching audio interfaces and acoustic treatment. The 42 watts RMS output feels controlled instead of overwhelming. Vocals stay clear. Instruments separate naturally. Dialogue sounds crisp during movies and YouTube sessions. Even at lower volumes, detail remains surprisingly alive. Of course, they are not built for aggressive bass lovers or professional mastering engineers. Compared with the PreSonus Eris 3.5 studio monitors, the Edifier leans warmer and less analytical. But honestly, that softer sound signature becomes a relief during long listening sessions. For students, content creators, remote workers, and music lovers with limited desk space, these speakers feel less like equipment, and more like a room upgrade your ears instantly recognize. Audioengine A2 Plus Desktop 24-bit. Most desktop speakers don't fail because they sound bad. They fail because they make small rooms feel smaller. That's the trap many creators and gamers discover too late. Then the Audioengine A2 Plus desktop 24-bit limited edition wireless Bluetooth desktop speakers arrives and changes the entire mood of a setup without swallowing the desk. First impression? Surprisingly mature. These compact wireless speakers don't scream for attention. They earn it slowly. The 24-bit audio support adds a cleaner, fuller texture that cheap Bluetooth speakers simply blur away. Vocals feel close. Game environments feel layered. Even late-night jazz sessions carry warmth instead of harshness. Now here's the real issue buyers struggle with. Most people searching for the best studio monitors for small rooms end up stuck between oversized professional monitors or tiny speakers with hollow bass. The A2 Plus walks directly between those extremes. It's compact enough for apartments, dorm rooms, and tight desk setups, yet detailed enough for casual mixing, content editing, and immersive gaming. For music lovers, the stereo imaging feels personal. For gamers, footsteps and environmental effects land with precision. For remote workers, long listening sessions stay comfortable. There are trade-offs though. If you want room-shaking low-end, something like the KRK Rocket 5 G4 delivers deeper bass and a more traditional studio monitor profile. But it also demands more space and careful placement. The Audioengine setup feels simpler, cleaner, and easier to live with daily. Who should buy these? Students, minimalist creators, apartment producers, anyone building a refined desk without turning it into a recording studio jungle. Some speakers fill a room with noise. These quietly reshape how a room feels. JBL R1280T MkII 5 inches two-way active. Sound engineers lose hours chasing problems that were never in the mix to begin with. That's the hidden danger of weak studio monitors. One muddy bass note, one harsh vocal peak, and suddenly your entire project feels broken. The JBL R1280T MkII changes that experience almost immediately. The first thing that hits you is space. Not volume. Not bass. Space. In a cramped bedroom studio or compact editing desk setup, these monitors create a stereo image that feels strangely wide for a 5-inch speaker. That matters more than most beginners realize. Small rooms usually exaggerate low-end frequencies and make mixes sound boxed in. JBL's image control waveguide helps tracks breathe naturally instead of collapsing into a wall of sound. Vocals sit where they should. Hi-hats stay crisp without turning sharp. Even late-night listening feels balanced at lower volumes. That's why producers searching for the best studio monitors for small rooms keep circling back to this model. It doesn't overwhelm tight spaces. It adapts to them. Now the honest part. The bass is clean, but not earth-shaking. If you produce heavy EDM or cinematic soundtracks, you may eventually want a subwoofer. And compared to the KRK Rocket 5 G4, the JBL sounds more neutral and less colored. Some users love that honesty. Others prefer the warmer KRK character for casual listening. Still, for mixing, podcast editing, YouTube production, or learning audio professionally, these speakers feel reassuringly accurate without becoming fatiguing. Some studio gear impresses for a weekend. These monitors quietly become part of your workflow for years. PreSonus Eris E3.5 to 3.5 near field. Small rooms ruin more mixes than bad headphones ever will. One wall reflection, one oversized speaker, and suddenly your vocals sound perfect. Until you play them anywhere else. That's exactly why the PreSonus Eris E3.5 studio monitors has built such a loyal following among bedroom producers, video editors, and first-time studio builders. Right away, these compact monitors feel designed for real desks. Not fantasy studios. The 3.5-inch woven composite woofers keep the bass controlled instead of bloated, which matters massively in tight spaces. Many people searching for the best studio monitors for small rooms struggle with muddy low-end and ear fatigue. The Eris E3.5 tackles both surprisingly well. Now here's where they become practical. The tuning controls on the back actually help adapt the sound to cramped setups near walls or corners. That flexibility makes late-night editing, podcast mixing, and casual music production feel far less frustrating. Vocals stay crisp. Hi-hats don't stab your ears. Dialogue sounds natural. They are not perfect though. If you produce bass-heavy EDM or cinematic scores, the low-end extension can feel limited compared to larger options like the KRK Rocket 5G4. Bigger monitors simply move more air. But in smaller bedrooms, oversized speakers often create more acoustic problems than benefits. That's why the Eris E3.5 feels refreshingly balanced. You get studio-quality clarity without overwhelming your room or your budget. For beginners, content creators, streamers, and musicians building a compact setup, these monitors remove a lot of uncertainty from the buying process. Some speakers try to impress you in 5 minutes. These quietly earn your trust after 5 nights of mixing.